Hey guys, Kingkade here and welcome back to another video. And in this video, we're going to be looking at every single one of the canceled updates on Arm Wrestling Simulator. Let's get right into this. So first off, we are going to be starting off with the canceled update that most of y'all already know about, which is the broom. If y'all don't know, the broom was actually supposed to be added during the Halloween event, which happened earlier in October. So this was supposed to be a mount that you could ride on and then you could like kind of zoom around the map, which they decided not to add it because it was like too much work and it wasn't really needed. They are planning on adding mounts later on into the game, but at the moment they decided that it wasn't really worth it because currently you can easily teleport between worlds using the teleport thing right here, and also trails right here. They do give you like more strength, but they also make you faster, such that the best one gives you plus 170% speed, so you don't really need a mount to make you run around the map faster, and also you don't really teleport from world to world too much, so they just decided not to add it. And then for the second canceled update is something that they did add but they quickly removed. So if y'all don't know, for these event eggs right here, they did actually have a previous event egg, but it was only in the game for about 3 days. So this is the event egg right here. So I had 5 different pets, but the weird thing is event eggs are usually in the game for a minimum of 2 weeks. Usually they're in the game for a little bit longer, but a minimum of 2 weeks. But this one was only in the game for 3 days before they replaced it with the ocean egg. Such as if we go ahead and look at it, we have the ocean egg right here, which they did also remove the ocean egg after like 2 weeks or so. But yeah, they did remove this very quickly, which is really strange, probably because it kind of had random pets in it. Because if y'all look, the best pet was like a Santa pet, so it was kind of strange, and also the enchants on this pet weren't very good, such as getting this best pet was a 1 in 100,000 chance, and you only had a 0.01% chance to get best friend 6. If you take a look at the current egg, it's a 1 in 25,000 chance, and then best friend 6 is a 90% chance, and if you don't get best friend 6, then you'll get best friend 7. So this is like a guaranteed chance best friend 6 or something better, but this one was a 1 in 100,000 chance, 0.01% chance to get best friend 6 on top of that. So it was absolutely terrible, and that is probably why they removed it from the game super quickly. The second thing that they actually did remove from the game as well is the Kraken. So many of y'all probably didn't even notice, but if you go ahead and teleport over to the beach over here, you'll see that the Kraken boss is no longer there. So if you go over here, you'll see the Kraken boss used to be here, but it is no longer there. And here is a clip of basically how the Kraken boss work. Basically, you walk up to it and you click battle, and then it was kind of like this rhythmed game. You had to like click the buttons in a certain timing, and it was kind of strange, not really like the vibe of this game, so it was kind of weird. Which this boss was actually in the game for I think maybe 2 months before they removed it. They never really updated it, they just randomly added it and then removed it like 2 months later. The rewards weren't that good. They were good at the time because at the time there was a brand new event world, which was the Greek event world, so that was previously the best bet in the game, 5.5 million, and as you can see, that was one of the rewards right there. So it was kind of cool. I made about like 2 or 3 videos on it, and then I never used it again because it was absolutely terrible. Which, as you can see, one of the rewards were also tickets, which tickets are one of the things that they like kind of took out of the game. Tickets are still in the game, but if you go ahead and look at it, you have to click on pets, click on blueprints, and then over here is where you spend your tickets. So tickets isn't really a canceled update, kind of is, because they kind of discontinued tickets. They don't use them anymore. Tickets are basically something that you get from like the season pass right here, which actually I don't even think you get them anymore. Which, yeah, I completely forgot how you get tickets. You can get them from here, I think. Yeah, you can get a few from there. You can get a few from this daily pass, I'm pretty sure, and you can also get them from here. I completely forgot how you get tickets, but I do have tons of them, such as if we take a look, I have over 70,000 tickets. So basically how this worked is you spin this wheel right here, and then you go ahead and get some cogs, such as I got 2 uncommon cogs right there, and then we spin it every time, and then you can go ahead and use them over here. So over here we can get a diamond cat, a quest dragon, or a silent dominus. The silent dominus actually previously was the best pet in the game for like a week, and then of course you can buy tickets for Robux. It is kind of discontinued. They added this like 2 or 3 months ago. I think it was about 3 months ago that they added this, and they haven't updated it since. These pets are the same pets that have been here since they added it. They did add a small thing in the Greek world where you could actually walk up to it and spend some of your tickets to buy the best pets, but they haven't done that since. So tickets just kind of been sitting here, very useless. No one ever uses them anymore, and they're kind of forgotten about, because to find them you have to click on pets and then go over here, which no one ever looks at this. Many people probably don't even know tickets exist, to be honest, because they're very forgotten about. Another thing that's in the game but also kind of discontinued is the pull-up bars and walls in World 5. So if you go ahead and teleport over to the Dino World over here, which is World 5, you'll see that there are these walls right here and pull-up bars. These are still in the game, but they are discontinued. They haven't added them in any new worlds, which is kind of disappointing because these walls over here were actually pretty cool. So we go ahead and run through them. So these walls right here, you punch them with your pure knuckle strength up here at the top right to go ahead and break them. And then once you reach the end, you go ahead and jump through this portal, and then it gives you tons of knuckle strength. And then these barbells over here, these are pretty bad. Just go ahead and do some pull-ups. I personally don't think the barbells are too good, so I kind of see why they removed those. But the walls over here were really cool, but kind of saddened that they did go ahead and remove those. But another update that was absolutely canceled, they didn't even add it into the game, was the trading plaza. This update hasn't really been confirmed to be canceled, but they were planning on adding it a week before they added World 7. So they were planning on adding it a week before World 7, but then one of the developers got sick, so then they didn't update it that week. And then the next week they released World 7, and World 7 released I think maybe like a month ago now, probably just under a month ago, and they still haven't released the trading plaza, nor have they given any leaks about it. They released like these couple leaks about the trading plaza whenever they were planning on adding it, but ever since they haven't released any new leaks, and they also haven't talked about it. So I'm assuming that they just decided to cancel this update or delay it until a farther date. Maybe they'll go ahead and release it after like World 8 or something, but as far as I know, they just canceled it. Maybe they will go ahead and continue working on it again, since in the previous update they did go ahead and release tokens, which you can go ahead and trade with other people. So maybe since you can now trade tokens and all that stuff, maybe they'll go ahead and start working on the trading plaza once again. And for the last canceled update, we actually have the Emerald Crate. Many of y'all probably remember the Emerald Crate. It was in the game for like a few months, but then they actually removed it. So if you go ahead and click on arms over here, go to crates, you'll see that the Emerald Crate is actually no longer there because they actually decided to completely remove it. If y'all don't remember, the Emerald Crate was actually really bad. The keys to the Emerald Crate were really easy to get. It was technically better than Diamond, but like easier to get than Diamond. So the Diamond Crate right here, the Emerald Crate was more expensive and stuff, but it did have the best armor in the game, better than this crate I believe. The best armor in the game, which actually did 1.4 thousand. Now the best armor in the game is this arm right over here, which also does 1.4 thousand, which is the titanium bracer, which you get from the season pass right here. But previously you could get a arm from the Emerald Crate. It was 1 in 10 million chance to go ahead and get the arm, but it did 1.4 thousand, so it was the best arm. And then if you made it into gold, it would do 2.1 thousand, so it was the best arm, way better than the arm you could get from here, which only does 900, and also still better than the best arm you can get from the platinum crate, which only does 1.1 thousand. But this arm was 1 in 10 million chance to go ahead and get it, so it was extremely rare, so no one could ever get it. And then the second best arm in the crate is like terrible. I believe it only did times 600. We do actually still have some arms from the Emerald Crate, I believe. So I have this one arm from the Emerald Crate. As you see, it shows what crate you got the arm from, and this one, as you can see, it shows that it is from the Emerald Crate. I did go ahead and lock it just to go ahead and save it. So I believe this was like the third best arm in the crate. The second best arm I think maybe did like 800%. Wasn't too good. It was like worse than the arm that you would get from the Diamond Crate, because most people had like this arm right here from the Diamond Crate, which is really good, but the Emerald Crate was just so bad, so no one opened up the Emerald Crate. I actually went ahead and made a video before they removed the Emerald Crate, spending all 10,000 of my emerald keys, so I do recommend checking out that video. But they did go ahead and remove that crate. And yeah, those are all of the canceled updates though on Arm Wrestling Simulator. So that's gonna be all for this video, so go ahead and leave a like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications, and I'll see you all in the next video.